When your dog stares at you, do you actually know what's happening in their brain? Most people think it's cute, maybe a little needy, but neuroscience has revealed something that changes everything. When your dog locks eyes with you, their brain releases oxytocin, the same hormone that bonds mothers to newborn. Your dog is literally experiencing a chemical love response just from looking at you. But that's just one of 6 ways dogs say I love you every single day, and most owners completely miss the others. Some are so subtle, you've probably been walking past them for years. Let's decode what your dog has been trying to tell you all along. 1. They bring you their favorite thing, then don't let you have it. Ever had your dog parade their favorite toy right up to you, drop it at your feet, then snatch it back the second you reach for it? Frustrating, right? But here's what's actually happening. They're not teasing you. They're sharing their most valuable possession without giving it up. In canine psychology, this is called resource guarding with affection. Your dog wants you to know that this toy, this ball, this raggedy stuffed animal, it matters to them. And the fact that they brought it to you means you matter more. They're not asking you to throw it. They're showing you what makes them happy, the same way a child runs up to show you a drawing. It's an invitation into their world. A study published in Animal Cognition found that dogs engage in showing behavior primarily with people they have strong social bonds with. They don't do this with strangers. They do it with you. So the next time your dog brings you something and pulls it away, don't be annoyed. Just acknowledge it. Say something. Smile. That's all they want it to be seen by the person they love most. 2. They sleep with their back to you. This one throws people off. Your dog curls up on the couch or in bed, and instead of facing you, they turn completely around. Some owners feel rejected. But here's the truth. In the canine world, turning your back to someone is one of the highest compliments you can give. Dogs are pack animals. In a pack, the most trusted members sleep back to back. Why? Because it means I'll watch this side, you watch that side. It's a survival strategy built on total trust. When your dog turns their back to you, they're saying, I don't need to keep an eye on you. I know you're safe. I know you'll protect me. They're assigning you a role in their pack, and that role is protector. Even more telling, dogs who don't fully trust their environment will always sleep facing the room, eyes on the door, but a dog who feels completely secure, they'll face the wall, the corner, or you, because they've decided the world is safe as long as you're there. And by the way, if you're learning something new here, go ahead and subscribe. We're decoding the hidden language of dogs every single week, and this is just the beginning. 3. They follow you to the bathroom. Yes, it's awkward. Yes, it feels like an invasion of privacy, but your dog doesn't see it that way. To them, the bathroom is the most vulnerable place you go. You're alone, behind a closed door, in a small space, and in their mind, that's when you need them most. This behavior is rooted in pack mentality. In the wild, canines are at their most vulnerable when they're isolated or relieving themselves. Predators know this. That's why wild dogs rarely go off alone. They stay within sight of the pack. Your dog isn't being clingy. They're being a protector. They're standing guard during what they perceive as your most defenseless moment. Some dogs will sit facing the door. Others will press themselves against your legs. Either way, the message is the same. I've got you. And here's the deeper part. Dogs don't do this for everyone in the house. They do it for the person they're most bonded to. If your dog follows you to the bathroom, congratulations, you're their person. You're the one they've chosen to protect, no matter how small or ridiculous the threat might seem. 4. They lean their full weight into you. Some dogs do this so hard, it almost knocks you over. They'll walk up, press their entire body against your legs, and just stay there. It's not about balance. It's not because they're tired, it's because they're trying to get as close to you as physically possible. This is called leaning, and it's one of the purest expressions of trust and affection a dog can offer. When a dog leans into you, they're making themselves completely vulnerable. They're off balance, they can't run or react quickly. They're putting all their weight on you, literally and emotionally. Behaviorists explain that leaning is a dog's way of saying, you are my safe place. It's the canine equivalent of a hug. They're not asking for anything. They're not trying to get your attention. They just want to be close. And if your dog leans into you during stressful moments, thunderstorms, fireworks, vet visits, that's even more significant. In their moment of fear, you're the one they turn to. You're their anchor. That's not dependence. That's love. 5. They get excited when you come home even if you were only gone 5 minutes. You step outside to grab the mail, you come back 90 seconds later, and your dog acts like you've returned from war. Tail wagging, full body wiggles, maybe even a toy in their mouth. Some owners find it excessive, but here's what science says. Dogs don't experience time the way we do. Research from Sweden's Linköping University found that dogs show increased excitement the longer their owner is gone, but even short separations trigger a reunion response. To your dog, you leaving is an event. It doesn't matter if it's 5 minutes or 5 hours. The fact that you left means there was a chance, however small, that you might not come back. And when you do, that's worth celebrating. This is also why your dog doesn't greet everyone in the house the same way. They're not excited that a human came home. They're excited that you came home. You're not interchangeable. You're irreplaceable. And every single time you walk through that door, they're reminded of how much they missed you and how much they love that you're back. 6. They sigh when they settle next to you. This one is so subtle, most people don't even notice it. Your dog lies down beside you, gets comfortable, and lets out a deep, long sigh. It sounds like relief, and that's exactly what it is. When a dog sighs in your presence, it's a physiological release of tension. Their heart rate slows, their muscles relax, they've moved from a state of alertness to a state of contentment. Veterinary behaviorists call this settling behavior, and it only happens when a dog feels completely safe. They're not on guard, they're not waiting for something to happen, they're just happy to be near you. This is different from a sigh of frustration, which is sharper and often accompanied by restlessness. The sigh of contentment is soft, slow, and followed by stillness. It's your dog's way of saying, this is exactly where I want to be. And here's the thing, dogs don't sigh like this when they're alone. They do it when they're with someone who makes them feel at peace. If your dog sighs when they curl up next to you, that's not boredom. That's love in its quietest, most honest form. 7. When they stop doing these things, pay attention. Here's what most owners don't realize until it's too late. When a dog who used to do these things suddenly stops, they're telling you something is wrong. Dogs are creatures of habit and emotion. If your dog used to greet you at the door and now doesn't, if they used to follow you everywhere and now keep their distance, if they used to lean into you and now pull away, don't brush it off. Sometimes it's medical. Pain, illness, cognitive decline, dogs instinctively hide discomfort, but their behavior will shift. If your dog suddenly becomes distant, a vet visit isn't overreacting, it's listening. Other times, it's emotional. Dogs are more sensitive than we give them credit for. Changes in the household, tension between family members, a new pet, even your own stress, they absorb all of it. And sometimes they pull back to protect themselves. The key is noticing. Your dog has been showing you love in these small, quiet ways for years. If that changes, they're not being difficult. They're communicating the only way they know how. So pay attention. Be present, because the love your dog has for you isn't loud or complicated. It's in the lean, the sigh, the toy at your feet, the eyes that follow you across the room. And once you see it, you'll never miss it again.